Hey friends, welcome back to Rita Talks. I'm Rita, and on this YouTube channel, I just share some of the thoughts, ideas that I've been thinking about, some of the things that have been going on in my life. In today's video, I want to talk about the importance of taking a step back and giving yourself some rest. And that's the topic of today because that's exactly what I did today, more or less. So basically, over the past few weeks, I've really been pushing myself a lot when it comes to work and things like this. And I've really been struggling a lot because I have not been getting enough sleep. And it's just had a huge toll on my body. And today, I just because yesterday was the first day of my period, and like today was the second one, so which is a pretty hard day. So the two first days of my period are usually the worst. So yesterday was a Sunday and today was a Monday. So basically, I just decided to take the day off from work because I was not feeling well, and basically decided to give myself some rest because, like, I know that this week I will have to deliver on a lot of things, and I need to complete a lot of things that I committed to completing. And so basically, yeah, I think it was really good decision basically to take the day off as a sick day because I was like, I had the beginning of a cold plus not feeling well because of my period and like the lack of sleep and stuff like this. So I just ended up actually catching up on some sleep, giving my body some rest, and just giving myself permission not to worry about anything. I know I have a lot of that's going to be going on this week. Um, so this was a strategic decision to take some rest and basically not force myself to work because like today at work I was gonna have a day full of meetings, and honestly I do not have the mental bandwidth to be in meetings all day and then do the things that I need to do. So it's not as if I missed out on a lot. I think the team spent most of the day in meetings, so I don't think I missed out on too much. I think there were some reviews and stuff like this, but I don't think like I don't think it would have been worth like getting tired for those things, especially in the state that I was in today. So I'm super glad that I took the day off and rested. And basically, at the end of the day, I was starting to feel a bit better. Went to the gym, did my gym session, and I really realized actually that I really miss the feeling of pushing myself by exercising a lot. And I really miss that feeling that I had when I was training for the half marathons because I would basically run almost every day for a month in order to train for them. And basically, like every day, it felt like my legs were so tired. But that was honestly the best feeling. And today I was trying to recreate that. I had my strength training session, which felt good because obviously before my gym session I took some caffeine because I was planning on working all night, which I did. It's 4 a.m. So I've been up all night trying to complete some stuff because I didn't get the chance to work on it. But I'm feeling good. And also today I took the time to go on a long 1 hour and a half walk after the gym, and that really helped. Like now I'm feeling that feeling in my legs where you know like that comes from having had good workouts during the day. This is the feeling that I miss a lot because I haven't been walking as much because I've just been busy and like giving classes and stuff like this. But this week I also uh, made sure that I'm not taking any classes. So I have not been taking any classes. I did not take any classes during the week last week, except on Monday because my students had to complete something. And I gave a few classes on over the weekend. But yeah, today was no classes, nothing, just rest, and it was so worth it. And basically, I'm freeing up like my whole week so that I can just focus on the things that I need to do. So I'm not doing anything other than the things that I need to do and like focusing my whole life around this. So yeah, honestly, today felt so good. In the evening when I went for like this long walk that I hadn't gone on such a long walk in a long while, and it felt so good to exercise that way, especially after the strength training session and the rowing session, which I usually do at the gym every day. So honestly, I was so happy with that, and it's like this kind of exercise. Like honestly, I was feeling like a bit of a slump over the weekend because I wanted to work on these dogs over the weekend, but I did not end up working on them. But I worked on them today. And basically, I realized that okay, like whenever I feel stuck, I need to have this reminder for myself to just go exercise, go to the gym, lift some weights, or do some rowing, or go for a 2 hour long walk. And these things really have a huge impact on my ability to unblock myself mentally. And this is just like a reminder of how important exercise is in my life and how much I've missed it to the level that I reached at some point last year. I mean, this year. We're still in 2023. And also today, while going on my walk and like during my exercise, I listened actually to like 3 Diary of a CEO podcast episodes. So the first one was with Casey Neistat, and basically it was this like I think the thing that I took away the most from it is to remember to be patient with things, and like one thing that shows the patience that it requires is that basically it's a good reminder, but it took Casey Neistat 10 years to get to around 280,000 subscribers, which is crazy. That shows the level of persistence and how much effort it actually takes to reach that level. I mean, obviously now, I mean, he went from 500,000 subscribers to 10 million subscribers in the span of 18 months once he started his daily vlog in, I believe it was 2014 or 2015, one of those years. Or maybe it was 2013, I don't really remember. And I remember when he started vlogging, like I was following his channel, and when he started vlogging, I started watching the vlogs. Like I knew his channel before he started the daily vlog, so I would say that I was early to his channel. Like I knew his channel earlier than most people knew his channel, but he still had like 500,000 followers when I started following him. So he was pretty successful already, and like that's something that I just thought was super interesting. Another thing that he said that really um, resonated with me was this thing. Like he said that truth lasts and truth matters, and so as long as whatever you make has truth in it, it resonates. And this is something that I'm trying to cultivate, especially through this channel, by just being as truthful and honest with myself and with whoever is watching this about the experience that I'm living, the struggles that I'm dealing with. Obviously, there are still some things that I'm not comfortable talking about yet, as I've mentioned in my previous videos, but because of the exponential, basically, like I'm posting exponentially like less fast than I'm making these videos, I'm gaining a bit more confidence by knowing that, for example, this video, if I keep my rate of uploads, which is 2 videos a week, will probably not be on YouTube, until a year and a half from now, which is a bit crazy to think about. But that's so liberating because it means that I can just be honest. I mean, be more honest about how I'm feeling. And probably in, I don't know, 100 videos, I will be even more honest because I will be even more reassured that whatever video that I make, it's not gonna be actually on the internet, like maybe 3 years after I film it. So that's something that I'm really happy about because that allows my truth to come out in an unfiltered way, and that gives me like this runway that okay, I can say something and I'm not gonna be reinforced for it or like put my feelings on the line, but over the long term, this will hopefully provide a truthful experience, like basically, yeah, a truthful representation of my experience as a human being in the situation that I'm in, and hopefully how I evolve over the years, because I do plan on doing this for years. That's the plan. So all of these things that Casey Neistat talked about really resonated with me, like this idea of patience. So he was doing YouTube for 10 years, and so I really like, I've been talking about this before, that I really want to do this Rita Talks thing for 10 years, just like for the, first of all, inner goal of me being able to see my progress, and see how far I've come from one day to the next. From, like, for example, now the videos that I'm editing are of me, like probably a little more than 6 months before today, and I can already see how far I've come. Like the video that I just edited this week, it was before I even started training for my first half marathon. So like I still had the uncertainty of, am I gonna make it to the half marathon, and like, am I gonna be able to train, and then I did it, and then I had the whole summer where I was different levels of active, and then I had my second half marathon, which that was, I don't know, 3 months from today, 3 months ago, from today, or like 2 months ago. So that's pretty crazy to see how far I've come already. And so that's basically my main purpose from this channel, is just to have this feedback loop and appreciate, also have gratitude for my life and appreciate how far I've come as I move along my journey. And so just having this reminder of the long-term commitment that it takes for things to work. And like, as I've mentioned before, I mean, like, hopefully this will serve as you know, as an example for people who are like trying to know what it takes to do something. But I don't have any expectations, right? Like, my expectations are like the external results of whatever comes out of this. I mean, there could be some external results, but I don't rely on them, because the internal rewards, which are me growing and me basically reflecting on my life and having gratitude for how far I've come, is more than enough for me to keep making these videos. And so anything beyond that is just bonus. And if it just helps one person, and if that person is my future self, then that's more than enough. If it helps more than my future self, then that's just bonus, and like, that's just freaking amazing. But at least there will be like this corner of truth on the internet, and that's what I'm really excited about, is that I'm learning to be more transparent and honest with myself, and it's just done a lot of things for me, honestly. my thinking has been clarified. A lot of things have changed, and I think you can probably see how much I've evolved since I've started filming these things. Like just it's not even been a year since I've almost it's been almost a year. It's gonna be a year in about a month. Um, but yeah, basically in such a short span of time, hopefully you've seen an evolution of who I am as a person. And yeah. Anyway, the second podcast episode that I listened to today was the podcast episode of the Diary of a CEO with Esther Perel, and I really found some really interesting insights about how to be a good partner. And there is this whole thing about bids. That's the what's their name? The the Gottman couple. So Julie and John Gottman, Gottman, have like on I'm sorry, my brain is really fried, but let me try and get through this. So they've made some research about this, about what makes people stay together for a long term, and there is this thing called bids. Is that we're always trying to make bids for connections with our partner, and depending on how our partner, basically how the partner reacts to those bids, are they receptive, are they neutral, or are they dismissive of the bids? That determines whether the relationship will last a long time or not. And I just found that super interesting. Like, she talked about this, and she also talked about this thing about what makes you the most drawn to your partner, or basically the other way around, what makes your partner the most drawn to you, and that's maybe something that you can display more of to maintain the spark and stuff like this. So just to give you the TLDR, there are three things. So the first one is when you see them in their element, pursuing their passion, etc. And this is by far the most important one out of the three. The second one is when you're away from each other, but then reunite. So separation makes you more drawn to your partner. And the third one is basically when you see your partner through the eyes of a third person. So when you see other people admiring your partner, like you realize, oh my God, I'm so lucky to have this person, all of that stuff. But the most important one is being able to see them in their element, and like seeing them pursuing their passion and like doing what they're best at. And that's what makes you really appreciate them. So it's been super helpful. I definitely recommend you go check out that episode if you want to learn more about relationships and stuff like this, because that's a topic that I'm super interested in and that I want to read more about as I'm trying to navigate this romantic relationships thing. And yeah, it's always a learning process. The last episode that I listened to was from the same podcast, The Diary of a CEO, with the guy who wrote Elon Musk's biography. I forgot his name, but he wrote Elon Musk's and Steve Jobs' biography. Yeah, Walter Isaacson. Walter Isaacson, and basically he was talking about, you know, because he just released his biography of Elon Musk, and he was talking about different things. Basically, the idea that you should allow your kids to take more risks, and that's something that Elon Musk is actually doing with his kid, letting his kid do like things that are not dangerous, crazy dangerous, but take more risks, and being okay with that. Also, this idea that short deadlines, like this is a principle that he lives by, Elon Musk, is this idea that short deadlines turn the impossible into the merely very late. So by like setting impossible deadlines for yourself, you're actually pushing yourself from transforming something that was actually impossible to just basically it's gonna happen, like moving from it could never possibly happen, but to it's gonna happen, but just very late. That's something that really resonated with me because I've noticed that that's something that really also keeps me going. Like I've talked about this past week when I tried to have that prototype ready. It was like a crazy thing to do, but I made it happen, and that's also something that I tried, like that actually drove me behind, like something that unconsciously I did for the half marathon training. So my first half marathon and then my second half marathon this year. So that's also something that really resonated with me. So yeah, yeah, there are a few other nuggets, but I don't have the mental bandwidth to be able to communicate them clearly. So you can go listen to the podcast episodes on the Diary of a CEO. Amazing podcast episodes. I like Stephen Bartlett is doing an amazing job with these podcasts. So inspiring, and these guests are super inspiring also. So yeah, you should go listen to Stephen Bartlett's podcast. Yeah, that's all I had to talk about for today. Thanks a lot for tuning in. You can click here to watch my previous video on the channel, it's the one right before this one, or you can click here to watch my latest video on the channel overall. I hope you have a fantastic rest of the night, whichever time of day it is where you are right now. Bye for now, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye bye.